Look at these contentious cats, primed for battle.
Yes, doctor? Oh my gosh. Too soon, Chief Fan?
Oh wait. Very proper and British.
Good evening, ladies, gentlemen, boys, and girls from all over the world. Welcome to the October 27, 2015 edition of Ames Tonight. I am your co-host, Andrea Safar.
And I'm your co-host, Annie Harmon. It is a pleasure to be with you this evening. Looking tasteful, Mr. Hafar.
Well, that is the word I would also use, and likewise, Miss Harmon, and I am very excited for the show.
Well, there's a lot to cover, so let's get started.
Coming to my favorite story of the day, it is from the good old USSR. Al Jazeera reports that Russia may cut off the internet by cutting fiber optic cables and cords deep in the ocean for tactical reasons. This could cause unforeseen damage to the American commercial interests, leaving one official to claim it would be the ultimate hack on the United States. Now, I think this is a very big mistake from Vladdy P. And you know what, he should know better. I mean, after all, the internet has become much more interesting since some Russians started YouTube accounts and posted videos that include, what are not limited to, their chaotic driving and vodka-inspired acrobatics. Now, in the name of entertainment, I beg you, just don't do it, Russia.
Well, my favorite story today comes from a captivating article in the Huffington Post. Iron Man Mike Tyson, that's right, the man who is not so much known for his boxing, but probably best known for his hit TV show Mike Tyson Mysteries on Adult Swim. He actually endorsed Donald Trump for the President of the United States, saying, end quote, he should be president. Tyson claims to be looking for a business-minded president, that America should be run as such. Wow, that's much funnier than his TV show for sure. I've never seen it because I've never in any altered state of mind that thought it would be worth watching. But the question on everyone's mind is, why are both of you people still a thing?
Okay, so last week was senior week, and now this week at Iowa State, it's homecoming week. You know, the time where Cyclone alumni return to their old stomping grounds and reunite with old friends and past peers. On behalf of Ames Tonight and ICTV, welcome back, guys.
You know, maybe we'll see Joni Ernst or Tom Harkin, because, I mean, who doesn't love politicians? I mean, I, for one, think they're awesome.
Me too. Me too. I mean, alumnus or not as well, get Mayor Hoiberg back here. I mean, for any good reason. We miss you, Fred.
And it's also a week for the Greek community to celebrate as well. No, not
It is.
Greeks.
It is. The Greeks I'm talking about actually have money. Ooh, burn, 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 burn. Sorry, referee, no more low blows. I mean, ugh. Many have claimed that homecoming is designed specifically for those in fraternities and sororities. Perhaps homecoming is for those who can't get over their glory days in high school. Perhaps. But let me defend my position. There's still homecoming queen and homecoming king. People still care about that. Well, here we are to debunk the claim that homecoming is just not, is for the not really Greek community. Homecoming week is for everyone. So let's just see here what I'm able to do. All right, so giant lawn display of excitement on campus. No, wait, already done, not Greek. Okay, fine. How about I compete on the soccer team in the Cardinal tournament? Damn, have to be Greek. I've got it. I'll yell like hell. That's always been a flattering ability of mine. Being able to yell like hell, I mean, wait, you have to be Greek for that? You have to be Greek to yell like hell. I mean, that makes sense. But, hold on, they've been practicing for like all year. I mean, are you serious? These guys worked really hard. I mean, so what the hell is there to do then?
Well, Andreas, you clearly haven't done your research. Allow me to save your ass for the fourth time this week. There are plenty of events for non-Greek students of the Cyclone Nation. There's the new Sci Factor talent show in the Alumni Center ballroom that's going on right as we speak. I hear some alumni were blown away with one of the sophomores' display of whipping and nay-naying. Some in the crowd even attempted to imitate the students' performance, claiming that if Hillary Clinton can do it, so can anyone. There's also food on campus, tomorrow from Panera, Thursday from Pancheros, and Friday from the Iowa Pork Producers. That's, of course, if you have your official button, which can be purchased for $5 near the Memorial Union Bookstore or near the Free Speech Zone in front of the Parks Library. You've got a button, you're eating. There's the homecoming pep rally at the ISU Alumni Center with live music, prize giveaways, and carnival games, just like every other homecoming Friday. There's mass campaigning on Central Campus at midnight. You know, with that special someone to do that special thing. I always thought you were supposed to streak from Beard Shear to Curtis Hall before the clock rings 12 times, but last year discovered that that is not the case. Not on that day, apparently. Apparently you're supposed to kiss. Did not know that. Speaking of which, what about the nearly naked mile? I can't believe you forgot about that. Andreas, that's the only time that you're nearly not naked, and when you're on the show, you're sometimes half naked.
I mean, you can't prove that. You won't be able to prove that, for sure. It is true, though, I did forget about all those events. I maybe didn't even realize it. But I think for Naked Mile, registration is closed, plus it's in April. But why in the hell? It's still on their website. I'll do it anyway. It's traditional. It's traditional. Not to digress, by the way, we still have a football team too, right? I think. They're probably doing something too, right? We need a women's football team. There, I said it. Let's edit Title IX and make it Title 10 or something. Hopefully that's not too out of line for some of our more conservative alumni, all due respect. Like I said, I digress. Yes, Annie, you're right, there is plenty to do. I've been seeing a lot of these hashtag Iowa statements floating around the social media sphere and all that, and I guess you're supposed to share something about yourself, why you love Iowa State, or something you did at Iowa State, and share it on social media. So you know what? Let's make one live.
All right. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful. But Saturday is a big day for another reason too. Halloween, baby. Scary, skanky, cool, and iconic costumes will be observed all throughout Ames and the country.
Yes, it's going to be a great weekend. Me, personally, I'm going to be a mix of all, just as one and only Sarah Palin. Oh, you betcha.
Oh, that's too good. In honor of the new Star Wars movie, I am going as none other than Princess Leia. Why? Because I am a member of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Now take me away.
That is entirely believable. We are going to take a break, folks, but there's still more to come here on Ames Tonight, and we'll be back to the newsroom. Stay tuned.
Mute him.
Welcome back to Ames Tonight. The name is Vaughn, Clay Vaughn. I prefer my men shaken and my cocktails stirred.
And I'm Matt Banwart, and hot dogs give you cancer.
Redner's Market is a grocery store chain in Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Delaware. And they are sparking a bit of controversy after posting a sign in their stores. Redner's prohibits the sale of eggs to minors the week prior to Halloween as a safety precaution. I didn't know that people even still egged houses, let alone what I consider a safety hazard. Many believe this policy will not help, and some are even comparing it to gun control. Despite the skepticism, I stand by gun control and believe that a waiting period and psychological background checks are also viable ways to reduce egging on Halloween.
This week, the LEGO company announced that it will not be able to keep up with supply during this upcoming holiday season. What the Grinch has been trying to do for 20 years, the LEGO company did in one 20-minute announcement. Impressive.
Midterms came out late last week here at ISU. Anyone with a 36,001 I Am the One t-shirt should probably just throw it away, because after the end of this week, it won't make any sense. I may be one of those people dropping out of school, at least that seems to be the consensus on Twitter. If you are not dropping out of school but just needing to drop a single class, remember that Friday is the last day to do so.
U.S. federal officers recently drained a high-tech drug trade super tunnel. The tunnel was 8 football fields in length, had a railway system, lighting, electricity, metal support beams, 12 metric tons of weed, a Taco Bell, and a Pizza Hut. After spending 3 months thoroughly investigating the cave, the officers finally linked it to El Chapo. Way to go, officers.
Are you feeling the burn? Well, tomorrow night at 5:30, there will be a costume party, and Bernie Sanders himself will be Skyping in. It is put on by the Cyclones for Bernie organization on campus, and the party will be in the Wallace Wilson projector room. It is encouraged to dress up as Bernie Sanders if possible, but it is not necessary, and all costumes will be welcome. I decided I'll be going in a pantsuit and a blonde wig, and I'll just repeat everything a person in a Bernie Sanders costume says. For more information about this and future events, like the Facebook page or follow the Twitter below.
This week, Michael Jackson's former dermatologist, Dr. Arnold Klein, died of natural causes. Dr. Klein was famous for working with Michael Jackson's skin condition and disproving the age-old saying, once you go black, you never go back. A father's idea for homecoming photos recently has blown up all over social media. The photo reads, whatever you do to my daughter, I will do to you. This photo has left many critics asking the question, sir, do you know what grinding is?
And now we have a special preview for you of Helzer from our own Matt Spanberg.
That's me. Hey.
Dear Mom and Dad, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Everything was fine until the heat wave hit. Living on the 4th floor has become miserable. I'm writing this because I don't know how much more of this I can take. This morning I received a phone call from maintenance telling me that the furnace was turned on and they can't fix it. I'm writing this just so that you know. I tried to. I tried to escape.
Stay tuned, folks. We'll be back with the Common Man's movie review with Laurel Feeks, with Laurel Feeks' Taywatch. Nice name.
Welcome back to Ames Tonight. I'm Common Man Jared Calvert. A week from Thursday, the new James Bond movie, Spectre, will make its way to the big screen. Should have a graphic there for it. In anticipation of the film, I have done a seemingly impossible, unnecessary, and ridiculous task. I have ranked all 23 of the official James Bond films from worst to best, because I have nothing better to do with my free time. I'll try to be brief in explaining my choices, but I hope you don't have to use the restroom right now. Anyways, here are the results. Let's take a look at number 23, Octopussy. There has to be a worst James Bond film of all time, and this one receives that dishonor for many reasons. The characters are ridiculous, the theme song sounds like it should be played at an 80s hair salon, but the biggest downfall for this movie is the name. Octopussy joins moisten as the most awkward and cringing word to say or hear. I still watch it, though, to appreciate how much better the other 22 films are. Speaking of number 22, the film receiving the Taylor Swift ranking is Moonraker. This film made two bad decisions. One, it brought back a bad guy with titanium teeth. Its other bad decision was to attempt to have a laser fight in space. We all know that the only acceptable Star Wars knockoff is Spaceballs. Number 21, A View to a Kill. This film is actually pretty good, but Roger Moore looks so old that instead of wondering how he will stop the villain, I wonder how he hasn't broken a hip during the filming process. Another old-looking James Bond is Sean Connery in number 20, Diamonds Are Forever. While he looked better than Moore in A View to a Kill, this movie is a reminder that coming out of retirement isn't always the best decision. Number 19, You Only Live Twice. This is the film where the leader of the Spectre organization is finally revealed. However, it's also the film where Sean Connery attempts to impersonate an Asian. Bad move, Mr. Bond. Number 18, The Man with the Golden Gun. This second outing for James Bond provides a decent villain, but it also provides a midget as an accomplice, a third nipple, and a golden gun that looks like a cheap pack of cigarettes. Number 17, From Russia with Love. I don't have anything against this particular movie. It just doesn't interest me enough to hang with the higher ranked movies. Number 16, On Her Majesty's Secret Service. I thought George Lazenby did a great job as Sean Connery's temporary replacement. The film also shows 007 actually in love with a woman. However, it does drag in some moments, making it less appealing than some of the better Connery films. Number 15, The Spy Who Loved Me. For some reason, I cannot get enough of the theme song for this movie. If I were to ever get married, my wife wouldn't have any say in the matter. Our first dance will be to Nobody Does It Better by Carly Simon. Other than the amazing theme song, this is a typical Roger Moore film with a terrible villain and ridiculous acting. Number 14, Live and Let Die. I feel I like and dislike this film for many of the same reasons as The Spy Who Loved Me, so we won't waste any more time on it. Number 13, License to Kill. This is the second Bond film with Timothy Dalton as 007. This film has plenty of action, but is lacking in plot and complexity. Still a good watch, though. Number 12, Tomorrow Never Dies. Suspenseful movie with a good villain and even includes an appearance by the lovely and desperate housewife Terry Hatcher. Number 11, The Living Daylights. The title is referring to the light at the end of the tunnel after watching Octopussy and A View to a Kill back to back. It is a sign that eventually things will get better. Number 10, GoldenEye. Pierce Brosnan does a terrific job as James Bond. He brings the charm of Roger Moore to a little more modern and realistic plot. This is a good film to round out the top 10. Number 9, For Your Eyes Only. This is the best of the Roger Moore movies because it finally ditched the ridiculousness of its predecessors. It also has the villain from Indiana Jones, The Last Crusade, so that's a bonus. Number 8, Dr. No, the film that started it all. This film is not only the perfect start to a James Bond movie marathon, but it proves that Sean Connery can butcher an English accent and still be enjoyable to watch. Number 7, Die Another Day. In this film, Halle Berry ditches her Catwoman suit to strap on, well, another leather suit. But the point is, she is fine in the final chapter of the Pierce Brosnan era. Number 6, Quantum of Solace. This is a movie with purely action and a pissed-off Daniel Craig. What more could moviegoers ask for? Number 5, The World Is Not Enough. This film is packed with all the babes, including Denise Richards playing a girl named Christmas. The film has a great villain and plot too, making this my favorite Pierce Brosnan Bond film. Number 4, Thunderball. This film also includes gorgeous women, but I like this film because I'm usually still riding the high I got from watching Goldfinger. Number 3, Casino Royale. Daniel Craig takes Bond to another level, adding a ruggedness never seen in the previous films. Casino Royale is the perfect example of bringing James Bond into the 21st century. Number 2, Goldfinger. This film is top-notch, starting with a terrific theme song and a girl killed by gold paint, all the way through the end, in which Sean Connery gets the girl, who in this film is named Pussy Galore. This is a classic film that everyone should watch. And the best James Bond film ever is Skyfall. This film has it all: intense action sequences, a villain that scares the crap out of me, and an ending that brings back classic Bond film elements. This film celebrated the 50th anniversary of James Bond movies and will be a memorable movie for years to come. I'll finally shut up now. This has been a Common Man's Movie Review. The name's Calvert, Jared Calvert, and I'm just a common man in an uncommon land. Lowell?
Greetings from Laurel Feeks. It's Taywatch. So this weekend, Tove Lo joined Taylor Swift on her 1989 tour, and they sang Talking Bodies, and it was maybe one of the most glorious things ever. Taylor doing her thing. Taylor also recently surpassed Kim Kardashian in the most Instagram followers ever. As of 9 p.m., she has 52.8 million followers on Instagram. 1989 has stayed in the top 10 for a whole year, and actually today is its first birthday, so happy birthday 1989. Fifth number one single from 1989, oh my goodness, 1989 is Wildest Dreams, and it has been number one in the top 40. This tour in particular, compared to Red last year, is going to be making Taylor Swift a buttload of money. It has, as of October 14th, grossed $173 million. And that's all I have for Taywatch this evening. Jared and I will be seeing you guys later next week, and that's all we have for right now.
Have a good evening, folks. Have a good night.